Morning, YouTube. It's All Things Pretty. I am coming to you with, I guess, a works in progress video and a little chit chat and some sharing of a recent purchase I made and my experiment with that purchase. So let me move my coffee out of the way. And this is my favorite coffee mug. If you've watched my previous videos, you've seen this mug before, but I love the Peanuts gang. They're just such a big part of my childhood, and they just make me happy. This is a Valentine's Day mug, but I use it all year round because they just make me smile. So anyway, enough about that. And I've been working on another project, and I'll get to those in a moment. So what I did last night was, well, actually a couple of days ago, I started watching videos about this product here. I started watching videos about gelatos. And I was like, oh my goodness, I have to try gelatos. And so, of course, I had to have it for the weekend so I could finally sit down in my craft room and have an excuse to play around, which I really don't need an excuse, but having something new would encourage me to get in here. So this is the kit that you get in that package. You get 12 gelatos, I think. I didn't even count. 3, 6, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You get 10. And you get some gesso in this tube. And then you get this this little dropper tube. And then you get this spray bottle. And over here, which you can't see, which I'll flip it over, they give you a booklet on how to use it, and then there's like different types of papers in here. There's card stock, and there is canvas, embossed papers for you to experiment with. You get this stamp, and you get this stencil and this brush. This was at Michael's for $24.99, and then I used a 40% off coupon. And what I thought I was doing was also using my teacher's discount, but when I walked out of the store, I realized it didn't apply. But anyway, so yeah, this is the lovely kit. Now let me show you what I've been creating. So I finally pulled out my Dilutions journal, and I'm going to move you guys up a little bit so you don't fall off the table. Okay. All right. Finally pulled out my Dilutions journal. And the first thing I did was this page here, which I hope you can see all the pretty colors. And if you notice, some of them have that little metallic, because there are a few colors in there that have metallic in them. But I love how this page came out. When you use them, you're supposed to go in a circular motion. Well, they recommend circular motion for easier blending. But when I did my first page, I just, swiped side to side. It was a little bit harder to blend, but I still love the way this page came out. I just love it. And they were so easy to use. You can blend with your finger, you can blend with a baby wipe, you can blend with a paper towel, any of those things. You can blend with a sponge. I did try blending with the sponge, but for some reason my page started to lift off and it had like little crumbs, So anyway, that was the page one. And then the next page I did was this one here. I love the way this page came out. And I named it Reflections. It just reminded me of the reflection on water. And it wasn't intentional. It just came to be this way. And that's why I love it, because it wasn't planned. It was just an experiment that was successful. And I added the gelatos that had the shimmer. And I just love, hopefully you can see that shimmer there. So that's my first one. And it makes me feel like I'm really an artist. Like I did that. So love it. And then here's my second one, which I am also in love with. And this is called Dancing in Color. I don't know, it just reminded me of like the reflection of light on the ceiling. Like if you've ever been to a party or a dance and they have like a disco ball or something and you look up on the ceiling and it's these mixtures of colors, it reminded me of that. So I called it Dancing in Color. And you can see the metallic reflecting in there. I just love how this page came out. And hopefully you all can see the brightness of those colors. And this blended much better by going in circular motions. So yeah, that's what I made with my gelatos, and I just wanted to share that with you. They are so much fun to use and they're easy to use. And if you take a look at other videos, you'll see that you can put the gelatos, like if you open it and then rub them on the inside of this and spray it, and then mix it with your brush, that's how you make your sprays. It's so easy to do. So yeah, check out making gelatos, making sprays with gelatos. The other thing that I wanted to share with you is I was watching, I think it was Blue Starry Night's video on index cards a day. And honestly, I would be fooling myself to think that I could get in here every day and do an index card. I don't know. Not that I don't have the time. I could make the time, but I'm just so exhausted by the end of the day that I just can't get myself in here. But anyway, I started to make an index card a day, and I wanted to show you mine. So this is it, and hopefully you all can see that. And I used this stamp, which I love. And I got this from Michael's, and I purchased this because my mom's birthday is on October 31st, and I'm going to make her a birthday card. But I just love the script. And I don't know if you can see back here, but there's a tree. This is the tree trunk, and then the soft impression of a fall tree. And I just love how this came out. And what I did on the back was I just recycled some cardboard, which I believe was my man, Jake the Neverland Pirates. So I always keep my son's fruit snack boxes, and I use them to back my projects. It's a great way to recycle. So this was my first index card today. I just love it, this texture. I used these to create the texture, which is nothing but some paper towels. And these are remnants of paper towels from spritzing and wiping off and cleaning up my mat. And they just make such beautiful, beautiful colors. And most people who didn't know or wouldn't know, but you can keep those. They would throw them away, but I'm keeping them and using them on future projects. So yeah, that's my first one. Don't have a name for it. And this one I really love. I created this using modeling paste and stencil. And then here is an impression of a wing. And yeah, this is also using paper towels and lots of spritz. And then I backed it with some more Jake the Neverland Pirates. I still have to put a stamp or something here. I'm not sure. This one is still a work in progress, and I think this one is finished. So those are my first two. And then this one here, I'm not sure of the direction that this is going in. It kind of reminds me of Halloween-ish. I'm not really sure. I started using this stamp. I was trying to use this, and it's sort of in the background, but it didn't come out right. So that's a work in progress, and it is an index card. And when I finish with it, I will back it. But I wanted to share those projects with you, and I want to thank you all for watching. And I am going to get in my craft room today and make some other things. I'm just not sure what they're going to be. But I hope to be back with you all for another video. Happy crafting!